Can you hear?
Who's muted?
She's muted.
She's muted. See, her
Just
microphone hasn't, tell her
yeah.
to hit the little picture of the microphone.
Hang on, I'm gonna call her back.
Oh, she's
I got,
Oh, we got
good,
you. All
okay.
right, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, don't touch any more buttons.
All right, we're gonna open the public hearing, case 2023D Highland Circle, and announce the hearing is being recorded. I think I've had to say and. Planning board members, Madison Pixley Chair, Heather Beatty, Christina Brodeur, Pat Coyne, and David Demers. Our statement of authority: the planning board is established under Chapter 40A of the General Laws of Massachusetts and acts in compliance with Chapter 40A. Under the zoning bylaws of the Town of Hampden, Chapter 41 governing the submission and approval of plots of subdivisions, and the rules and regulations governing the subdivision of land in Hampden, Massachusetts. Our legal notice: the Hampden Planning Board will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, July 26th at 6:45 PM in the Townhouse, 625 Main Street, Hampden, Mass., on the application of Alston Graham of Graham Construction for a special permit under section 7.542 of the Hampden zoning bylaw for a common driveway to provide access to 3 adjoining lots owned by the applicant located on Highland Circle and South Munson Road, lots 45, 46, and 47. Information related to this application is on file in the town clerk's office and is available for review by the public during normal business hours. For the board, Madison Pixley, Chair of the Hampden Planning Board, published in the Wilbraham Hampden Times, July 6th and July 13th, 2023. So the applicant has asked for an extension as he is waiting for his drainage report to be completed, which will then be sent to Time Bond for their peer review. The board and the applicant must agree on a date, time to continue, fill in, yeah, so then we all have to sign it. So Elaine, when do you think that we should continue this until?
Yeah, Austin.
Yes, we got to push it back as far as we could.
Oh, he said we got to push it back as far as we could because of the situation.
What's this, is the situation the drainage report?
Getting it.
Right, correct.
So, I mean, how far is far, like?
How far you think, Austin?
When is the second, not this meeting coming, when's the next 2 meetings? When is the next 2 meetings?
He mentioned what is the last 2 meetings?
Next 2 meetings.
The next 2 meetings.
We've got 2 meetings, and we have 2 meetings every month.
January 10th, January 24th.
January 10th and 24th.
Push it into February. By that time, the guys, they come,
Yeah.
February.
Let's do February 28th,
February 28th?
let's do that.
Okay, he said yes, 28th.
because you still have to get the peer review done. So
Right.
I don't know how long that will take. Did they, how long do you think it'll take?
Well, they don't even have
know.
anybody start the drainage. The peer review is probably gonna, I don't know.
I don't know, I kind of think
Couple
that you guys
weeks.
should maybe wait till March. Right, oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
And we could
He
try-
said we
Go
should,
ahead, that's fine.
okay, he said fine.
All right, let's do the end of March. I think
Okay.
March 27th. Then you can have everything.
Okay, March 27th. Okay,
So hold on one second there. 2024.
Or,
Okay, I know.
so
God.
I think, do they have to come in and sign this?
Yeah, the board will sign it and she's gotta come in
So
tomorrow.
Elaine, you'll have to come in tomorrow and see Joanne just to sign the continuance form.
okay.
What time are you here tomorrow?
Come anytime between 10 and 2.
Okay,
That's what I wanted to do.
it was gonna be back to 10.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Can we let her go now?
I think everybody has to sign and then we have to hear a
And then
motion to
motion, yeah.
continue. Oh, this is it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop you. All right.
Okay, I move that we move the public hearing for case 2023D Highland Circle to March 27th, 2024 at 6:30 PM.
All in favor? Oh, second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody. Thank you, Elaine.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. All right, so we're going to close the public hearing, and now we'll open our regular planning board meeting, December 13th, 2023, starting at 45. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say continue our,
I told you wrong, it's my fault. Continue.
okay. 134 Thresher Road. How's it going?
Good evening. Well, thank you.
Do I have the right one?
That's the one, yeah. So what we're bringing before the board approval of is
I'm sorry,
Jason Broom, the
could you start again? A lot of paper was moving around here.
Can you look at them? And Dave, you need one
Yeah, I
more.
can look them up.
Can you guys share that one?
I can try, good, I can look.
Okay.
I can read this one.
I'll stand up, standing up.
Not working out today.
It's up to you, if you want to leave.
4 or 5.
Okay, can we let them start, please? Heather, can
I'm sorry.
we let them go?
Yes.
Okay, Dan O'Brien, Smith Associates Surveyors. I'm here with the owner of the parcels. Jason currently owns 3 lots on Thresher Road from an old subdivision plan. The lots are each non-conforming by the current zoning for frontage. They have plenty of area, and what he is hoping to do tonight is combine 2 of the parcels, Lot 5 and 6, and a portion of Lot 7 to form one new lot, which we're calling Lot A. Currently, the house at 125, which he owns, is being rented out, and Jason is no longer interested in being a landlord. So he's looking to reconfigure the parcel to ultimately put it on the market and sell, and reserve some of the land from Lot 7 and combine it with his for several reasons. There's an open structure shown right behind the barn, which actually houses a wood burning furnace, which he heats his barn and home with. So currently, his driveway comes in off the road, and eventually the pavement stops, and it's a gravel road that runs all the way to the back of the property, a woods road. And he uses that for access to get to his wood furnace. Right along the edge of the road, there's a nice white vinyl fence, which runs to about where the angle point that we show is, and then squares back over to the abutter to the south. Ultimately, Jason would love to keep that driveway entirely on his parcel. The plan you see before you shows an easement area reserved for a portion of the driveway in order to not increase the nonconformity of the square footage within 150 feet of the road. Currently, in the R6 zone, you need 27,000 square feet to conforming. Current depiction of the existing non-conforming lot has 312 feet within that 150 feet. And ultimately, if he was to maintain ownership of that parcel, that little triangular parcel, it would reduce to 21,470, about an 840 square foot decrease in that required square footage within 150 feet. We're kind of hoping, and I have a complete additional set of drawings that would not include the easement area for various reasons, just liability, inconvenience, whatever.
Is there any way to move the road around it, or?
So the whole back of the property is all fenced off nice horse pastures.
Okay.
And at that point, I would have to put a driveway through a pasture.
Gotcha.
And I'd be going through gates with animals. We got 4 horses up there, and that would kind of complicate things. This is a pretty permanent dirt road. I mean, it's a finished off nice road.
Okay.
So trying not to have to change it if possible.
Understood, just
Yep,
have to ask.
yep.
So it's pre-existing non-conforming frontage already.
Yes, there's no change
Sorry.
proposed to the frontage at all. The lot area would be reduced, but it still meets, it exceeds what's required in the R6 zone. All minimum setbacks from structures are met.
Only to here. This is lot 8. Somebody else, so it would be.
Have the picture of what future state's gonna look like? Future drawing, you have a, like,
What it would look like without the easement? Yes, it's essentially the same exact thing, just the easement area is removed.
okay.
Just the line jogs differently.
So basically, we just cut this little pie out. The existing road would just stay in the exact same spot.
Yeah. So the frontage, run the front, so the frontage will be what, as we, looking at this, saying we had, you were saying you were non-conforming?
For frontage, which was 150
50.
feet versus the 170, is it?
70. Is this an R6 or an R4?
R6.
R6,
It's 6, so it's 200.
100, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
So, but it was so it's an existing,
Pre-existing non.
pre-existing. So we're not changing the frontage.
Correct.
We're changing the square footage.
The square footage of the lot will be reduced, and that area within 150 feet of the road will be reduced by 800 square feet.
And that's for Lot B, not Lot A.
That would be for Lot B, correct?
Right. And are there any buildings on Lot B?
Yes, there's a house and a garage, house number 125,
Actually, it says 128.
or whatever, I'm sorry, 128.
Is what confused.
It is 128.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. And that's the house that he owns and rents.
correct.
Sell that? Not necessarily right now, but the future plan eventually, yes. It might not be for a couple of years, but long-term, yes, eventually.
So I think Plan B is a better option for you, just having dealt with some easement issues lately, for people that don't know that they had easements on their property. It's just my opinion. Thinking about vision.
Yeah.
So you're saying to not continue with the easement?
Easement,
Don't have
John's,
easement.
I would have the second, I would try to go with this.
Go with Plan B.
That would be definitely what I would prefer, than the
I mean, if you-
liability of people.
You just never know,
Exactly, it's just,
Entitle-
it's cut and dry.
exactly.
Yeah, there'll be no change to the physical appearance of the lots at all right now.
Right.
And no change to access to the properties.
Exactly, then you have to
Right?
drive through
That's
somebody's.
the big, one of the big things with A&R is access to the property.
All the driveways are staying exactly the same.
Yep.
So he wants to give us the other one.
Any questions?
No. Pretty, you good? Okay.
So net, Jay, you're just essentially 4.5 is just to deal with that easement issue here is what we're talking.
Say that
The
again.
easement is essentially the change here, is it?
There's a little bit of land coming
So
off.
right
A little bit of.
now, this dash line is the existing,
Yeah,
they're broken down into three.
This extends just a little bit further
Yeah.
to go past the driveway.
And basically, yeah, we're just making it so the driveway is like my driveway, that's all.
I think that's the better option.
yeah.
And is there a driveway for, is
The other
there
house has a
need for driveway for Lot B?
They
What
have
would be
one right
Lot
here.
B?
They already have one.
They have
This is
it,
one
all right.
driveway, this
Yeah,
is the other.
I see, okay, so that's the garage, the house, okay, got it, okay. Okay.
I have one question. Is there the garage supposed to be so far from the person's property? If there's from the road or from the driveway there?
From the property line, the garage to the property line?
Yeah, from the corner of the
Accessory
garage
building,
to that.
accessory dwelling.
Yeah, it's, and yeah, it's an,
We're not changing that property line, so it's an existing condition.
All right, just asking.
Yep.
good question. Everybody good?
You good, Pat?
Yes.
So, endorse, yeah, go ahead.
Endorse the A&R for Thresher Road for applicant Jason Bloom.
This one we're not endorsing, right? Is it dated, the one we are
That's
endorsing?
Plan B, the one without that.
Right. Is it dated the same and everything? I don't know.
Dated,
I'll give you the new one. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I think you can just say that.
Yeah, it's dated the same.
what is it? I didn't see the date.
It's a new plan,
That's not it.
it's a different plan that we're gonna actually work off of.
That's not it, Joey.
The other one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just say the one without the easement.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
All right.
move we endorse the A&R for applicant Jason Broom at Thresher Road with the plan without the easement of the driveway. That's it.
I second the motion.
In favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
We're gonna give you them all.
I didn't know if it was dated the same.
I know, yeah.
You did. All right, take it.
So I'll give you back these.
Promise never to do this to you again.
Huh?
Promise never to do this to you again.
And honestly, wasn't
Tonight's the
that,
night of first.
no, it honestly wasn't that bad because then you guys don't have to come back. Maybe a little bit more in engineering fees.
With the easement, take it back. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it's enough.
Oh, it's not like, oh, that's,
Joanne? Without the-
I keep the paper, take the Mylar.
All right.
That's a new one?
I took the No, take it, if you want it signed.
Wallpaper for your office.
You're aware.
Okay.
So I make her food and bring her food all the time.
That'll be a nightmare when it gets one of you smelling.
Well, I'm
Hopefully it's the right date. This one was almost.
This has to go to the registry, this one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much.
Thank
Your patience. It wasn't too bad, only a half hour.
I don't know why. They look familiar. I think you know my. I was like, you guys look familiar. It's all too familiar.
All right.
I didn't see who made, Christina made the motion, who seconded it?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, 9 Neil Drive. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you're here for a home occupation?
Correct, yeah.
Gonna tell us about your business?
Come
Tell us
again?
about your business?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, she's asking you to explain your business to us.
Oh, explain the business, sorry, I mean, I don't, so it's just a landscaping business I'm trying to start, and using the house, my own house as an office.
Office?
Yeah.
So are you gonna store anything at your house? Any landscaping machinery or product? I don't know.
Yeah, just a lawnmower and stuff in my garage.
Lawnmower in the garage?
Yeah. I have everything all stored in my garage right now, so.
So if we start at the beginning of the list here, sir, you live at the residence,
Yes.
correct? Okay. And your primary use of the residence is for living there?
Yeah,
Okay. And is anyone else going to be employed in this business other than yourself?
just myself, myself and my 17-year-old son.
And your 17-year-old son, other than the residence? Okay, and lives at the residence as well?
Yeah, he's my son, yeah.
Okay, all right. And you don't plan on running any of these machines on the property that you live on, like, other than doing
to mow
your,
your own lawn.
other than mowing your own
Other
lawn?
than mowing my own lawn,
Okay,
So either way, I use the same machines to own my own lawn, so.
right, sure, yeah,
Yes.
okay. And you're not going to have any signs put up about your business or anything like that on your property? Okay, and you're not going to store any materials or equipment outside of your garage? Everything will be always stored inside your garage?
Yeah.
Let's see, exterior, zip signs, okay. And you have no employees other than yourself and your son?
Correct, yeah.
And do you expect any visitors or anyone to come and sign up at your home or anything for this
think so.
work? Okay. And do you expect the traffic on the street that you live on to change as a result of this business being at your home? Okay.
No, like big deliveries.
Come again?
No big deliveries of,
No, I have the only thing that we all do is just having the guy who services my lawnmower, they usually come and pick it up, And that is something that he do once every year, but apart from that, nothing.
just need it for an office.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says here in his write-up, it says, "I do not expect delivery trucks to cause traffic except for trucks scheduled to pick up lawnmowers for yearly maintenance, including oil
Right.
changes."
So what do you do with all the discard from your jobs, like clippings and? When you go mow somebody's lawn, what do you do with all the grass?
My own grass,
No, from your clients.
Your clients.
I haven't started,
What are you gonna do with it?
go to the town disposal site, and dispose it up.
You're not gonna go make a big like pile of clippings in your backyard?
No,
Front yard?
my backyard is all, as you know, my backyard is all conservation land, so,
Oh, yeah, you can't talk.
there's no way that I can go and throw up trash.
Yeah, you'd have bigger problems if you did that than with us.
Yeah.
Probably turtle.
Trouble with a whole.
Yeah, there's another problem I'm dealing with right now, so,
Yeah.
the other previous one I did, so it's just,
Yeah, I would just maybe make sure your hours work with the dump for discard and everything, so you're not trucking stuff back and forth to your house, because your neighbors might not like that.
yeah, correct, yeah.
And you'll be moving the equipment in and off your property. What hours, essentially?
10 and 4. So you have like a trailer to, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get a small trailer, So if you know, 9 Perennial Lane, it has a very long driveway, and also has about 4 or 5 parking garage right in front of my garage. My garage is a side garage.
Okay.
Everything is just, not exposed to my neighbors.
Says he owns it.
Yeah.
So you won't be moving any of this equipment around at 6 o'clock in the morning or
Oh, no.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night? Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
You said you have the expertise for the services. Have you been doing this for some time, or did you do it prior, or?
Yeah, I've been mowing my own lawn, The lawn in front of my yard is very, very huge, and this is something that I plan to do bigger things, If you can see on my application, I'm a nurse, and I also teach at the medical school in Worcester, and I'm trying to work in a nursing agency long term, but this will help me get a business expertise to be able to venture into the nursing agency long term, so.
I'm sorry, to do what again, long-term? To do?
To actually open a nursing staffing agency long term,
A nursing agency?
yeah.
Okay.
But this is just something to help me
This is to
understand the business.
supplement,
Yes, something simple to start, understand the business very well, and just understand the taxation system, and, and just get myself used to how things work, and then I'll venture into bigger things.
Good.
okay, 1 second.
If you need a book and I'll do it for you. Leave it off to the next meeting.
Any other questions, concerns?
I'm all set.
No, good. I move that we approve the application for home occupation for Mr., can you please tell me how to pronounce your last name so I don't mess it up?
Quasi-Dua?
Dua. For Mr. Dua at 9 Perennial Lane in Hampden.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
You come back.
Yep, you'll go see Eva for your certificate, business certificate tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Town clerk.
Okay.
Eva's not in, but go to the town clerk.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very much. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good
luck.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Ho, ho, ho.
All right. Hi. Are you our discussion?
Maybe.
Hollow Road?
That was originally on the agenda, and I created 2 agendas, but since it's just a discussion, we can add it on.
We'll allow it.
Thank you.
All right, so preparation for a home and farm. Want to tell us what you're thinking about doing?
Yes. So beginning of this year, my wife and I purchased the last parcel on Hollow Road on the right, which also runs currently with the almost similar sized parcel on Wilbraham side.
Okay.
So total of 10.8 acres 5.5 of which, give or take, are on the Hampden side. We would like to, in the next 5 years, clear an area large enough to put our home there. And in addition, the rest of the land, not including the conservation land that is 200 feet from the brook, Big Brook up, which we've already cleared with the Conservation Commission. The remaining of the land, which is approximately 7.5 acres, will be farmland. So it will be a home and a farm, old style New England. Right now, it's a lot of woods, a lot of trees, some gorgeous heritage trees that we don't want to touch, mess with, leave it as natural as possible, work with the land. But there are a lot of oaks and a lot of black birch, and I would like to harvest those to make room for the orchard and the other aspects of the farm. Never done something like this before, and I want to make sure that I am proceeding correctly without breaking any rules, regulations, laws, that kind of thing. So this year specifically, I'm sorry, the house is a 5-year plan. The farm up and running is a 10-year, slow and steady, right? So what I'd like to do this year is harvest the small oaks, 12-inch or smaller, and the small black birch, and be able to sell them and start opening up the woodland a bit so I can start seeing how I can plan out the farm. I'm trying to do this as lightly as possible. I'm not wanting big machines to go in there and just tear everything up.
Yeah.
I want to be very mindful of the soil and the conditions and the health of all that, since I'm going to be using the land.
Yep.
So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it yet. It's all in the planning phase. Small stuff I can certainly handle myself. Big stuff I don't want to hurt myself. So I'll probably, contract out for that.
Yeah.
So what do I need to do? Do I need to talk with you? Is this something that has to go through the planning board? Am I clear to just proceed? I don't know.
So I think from us, you would need to have a ridgeline hillside review.
Okay.
Look at the site and.
Okay.
the site.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I pulled up Mass Mapper, right? That beautiful, wonderful website. Still learning about it. And I saw that on the Hampden side, it was 200 feet wide? Is that it? Is 15% slope or something along those lines at 200?
It's over 600 feet or 15% slope.
That's what it is, because the property at its highest point is not at 600.
Slope.
The slope part hits about, on the Hampden side, about 200 feet down from Hollow Road. And it's just shy of 200 feet. Here's, excuse me, sorry, you're not me, are you? So here's Hollow Road.
Yep.
Running this way, right? And the entire property is under the 600 feet. No, can you all see that?
Yep.
So the slope starts 200 feet down and is barely over 200 feet long, and then is the width of the property. So if I need to have a slope meeting.
The slope would be the drop in.
Yeah.
Yes, so the percentage is like right at 15. It's barely meeting them, but it does fall within that. So I don't know if we have to meet there, walk the property, what you want, paperwork.
Greater.
I was doing this. Oh, it was Jason. I don't know if we've ever.
It's 15 degrees, right,
15 or greater requires ridgeline hillside.
right.
Pretty sure it's in the bylaws.
Can I,
15%.
do I need a second person to do it with me or no?
Didn't somebody join with you? Are you on the hillside?
Yeah,
now?
somebody we,
Pat.
It was, okay, I wasn't sure if it was, I knew it was one of them.
One of the questions I was wondering about the hillside is like digging around, asking people, phone calls, all that stuff. If I'm not mistaken, it was created to protect the tops effectively of mountains so that you don't have big mountain sitting on the top with a bald space and everyone looking up at it in majestic awe, where this is in a valley.
Yeah.
So it's down, 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 and it overlooks to the east it just overlooks trees and land, no housing, no buildable lots, conservation land all around. I don't know if that's a factor.
I mean, the bylaws talk about a ridgeline and hillside district. Do we have like a district on our?
District per se.
This was the, I don't know if you saw that. That's the strip, the length of it. This would be Hollow Road comes and terminates.
52 at the top.
Terminates right there. So Hollow Road stops, Wilbraham starts.
That starts on, sorry.
So right here is just.
I'll use this.
Were you planning on putting the house on the Hampden side or the?
The house is going to be 100% on the Hampden side. So yes, and the home itself, what we're envisioning is a walkout basement. So that part of the slope, which I think is barely at 15, there's a couple spots that drop off, but it's very short. The rest is kind of rolling. That spot right there, about 200-ish feet from the Hollow Road, is a perfect spot for a walkout basement.
Gotcha.
So is the gate still between the town lines?
Say again?
Is there a gate still between?
There is, yep. So about 30 feet from the Hampden line is the Wilbraham Gate.
Yeah. So your property kind of goes through that?
On both.
It's only to the east of Hollow Road,
Yeah.
across Hollow Road, but it is, yeah, it's on the Hampden side and just flows another 5.5 acres right into the Wilbraham side as well.
'Cause I don't think they maintain Hollow Road.
They do not.
Okay.
They, was it Raphael is the last house on Hollow Road, and then it kind of turns into an old road
Yeah.
because there's no housing or anything,
Yeah.
and there's no infrastructure of any kind, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't have to. And it's a non-concern at this point because there's no home. No, you're saying out of concern, right? But the home's not gonna be there 5 years. So at that point, that's when we can start talking about the, discussion of maintenance and stuff like that. I don't know what that would entail. You said it's not maintained?
Not anymore.
At the,
Like I don't think they plow up there.
they don't, no, they don't.
I don't know about paving it. Like, is
It's
it,
paved.
I know, but I don't know if it'll continue to be maintained.
Oh, would that change if there was a tax-paying household there? No?
No.
Really? What if I said please?
There's roads down, there's another road that's not, what's the one I'm thinking of?
Mount Vision or Mountain Look?
Oh, I know, it's off of Burley on the right.
No, there's also down by Threshers, Scantic,
Yeah,
that
I
road.
know, I can't think of it.
I'm not put off by that because I'm gonna have like a tractor and, a shovel. So I should be fine. But out of curiosity, why, if there's nothing there, I could see why they would say, we're not gonna plow. Why would you? Because there's
Yeah.
nothing there. But if someone were to put a home there, is that like a request or is that like carved in stone?
The town would have to choose to, like, it's just like Kibbe Lane, right?
Can the trucks turn around there?
No.
Is it
Not
very
yet.
steep and narrow, the road? Doesn't it get very narrow or?
No, it's,
Two cars can barely pass each other up there, right?
right. So yes, to that, yes, I agree.
So a bus couldn't get, a school
No.
bus couldn't get up that road and turn around?
A school
I
bus
think
would.
that has a lot to do with
With
why
whether,
they don't maintain that part of the
Oh,
road.
all right.
I mean, that's selectmen, I think.
That doesn't, I'm not worried about it. Because again, truck and plow and a quick job up and down is not a big deal, especially if you have farmland to take care of. I wouldn't be put off by that. I say now in all my brilliant ignorance until I actually have to make a
So
blizzard.
you have to contract the bigger trees to get done and they can't.
Right.
Have you gone to the building department?
Not yet.
Okay, that's definitely your next step.
Okay, even if there's no building that's going to be occurring?
Well, you're gonna have your house there eventually.
Yes.
So I might just go have a conversation with him just to
Okay,
see what he thinks and
okay.
if there's anything else that he would suggest you look at before.
So I guess this will definitely be more of a Wilbraham thing.
Because you also, you're gonna have to have a curb cut to have your driveway. I mean, if you're gonna start doing.
I put in not a permit, yes, a permit?
Yeah.
Permit for curb cut, so I submitted that because I have on the Hampden side, there was kind of an area that would make a straight driveway, so I put in a request to have curb cut, even though there's no curb, but I guess that's just what it's called regardless. And then I was given an okay for that, so.
The highway?
Yes, the highway, yep. So building people is who I'd talk with next to find out if there's.
Then also, I think building department would have to look at how you're gonna do the driveway, right?
Actually, building should have really gone to first. He's the one who directs you to all the departments.
Yes, I actually did do that, and they told me to call highway.
Oh, so he told you,
Oh,
okay.
he did go, okay.
Well, so once you want to start thinking about your driveway, if you want to start clearing, I mean, I'm assuming.
Yep,
You're just not
yep,
gonna.
roughing one in, crushed rock, that kind of thing, and.
Because there's just certain, I mean, the grade, if there is there obviously is a grade, so there's certain.
There's a grade.
Considerations that you have to take into account for that.
Yes, ma'am, and that's something I've already been talking with vendors, with contractors to, they have to drop a little here and build a little
Exactly.
here to make it a usable driveway.
Yep, and then all the water runoff and all that. So.
Right, right. I think one of the concerns too is what you were mentioning, school bus width and
Yeah.
Emergency vehicle turnaround. This is on the Wilbraham side, but about 100 feet past the gate, there's this big cutoff where the old road is. If Wilbraham moved the gate to that spot, there not only would be room for people to park instead of being on the road to hike, but emergency vehicle could easily get in there and do a 3-point turn. But
Yeah.
my dreams,
That's a dream.
yeah, right,
A nice vision.
yeah. So we just won't have any emergencies that far back.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember why they decommissioned the road, but it was kind of recently.
I don't know. I live in Wilbraham and I don't
Oh, yeah.
even know. I just know they put the
Who
gate
would I
there.
talk to find out more background about that?
Highway,
Highway? Okay,
actually, the ex-highway superintendent.
okay. And then,
Mark knows everything, so you can talk to Mark.
so the question to ask is, status is decommissioned, is that what you're using?
Not a,
No longer maintained?
Yeah.
And what would be the terms to,
I mean, I think it's worth you asking, is it maintained in any way? Like, will they ever repave it?
okay,
Because if they're not going to, then I think the people that live on the road have to take care of it.
okay. So encourage people to buy houses near me.
That's a little out of my jurisdiction. I don't know.
I'll talk with them, I'll find out, because I didn't know that it was, I thought it was no longer maintained from the gate forward, but when you said the snow part, then I realized, yeah, they don't plow.
Just so you know what you're.
Yep, I'm slowly learning.
Yeah, it's worth asking on the Wilbraham side too, because, I mean, if they maintain it more, maybe it's worth thinking about
They-
your driveway, if they don't.
No, it's from the gate to the Wilbraham side is all dirt.
Oh, it's just dirt?
Yep, it's a dirt road, so it's paved on the Hampden side, right to the gate. And the pavement's in pretty good repair, so.
Yeah, I don't know when they did it last, so.
But we should schedule the ridge line and hillside, because he can't do anything until we do it.
Yeah, all I've done is pile sticks. I've been walking around, making piles of fallen trees.
I just don't want to hold, because I know you want to take some trees down, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we should do it soon, because you're
Well, actually, it says,
Want to go now?
no work including
on the dark.
clearing or removal of
Right.
vegetation, grading, or construction shall be undertaken in the Ridgeline and Hillside District without prior review and approval by the Ridgeline and Hillside Review Board, except for agricultural activities. So you actually,
Yeah,
Which is preparation for agricultural, can that be
well,
defined?
if you're selling the trees for agricultural uses,
It would be, yeah, because I don't have
then I guess.
for that many acres of,
I mean, do we,
selective cutting of an amount not exceeding 25,000 board feet or 50 cords on any parcel of land at any one time specified in. Have you looked at the forest cutting plan?
I had talked with a state forester about that, and to not bore you with the details, it was said that it wouldn't be needed. There were a lot of factors that went into that discussion.
I think
So-
that's for like big time live.
It is,
so.
yeah, and that's, again, I want to have a light impression. I don't want to go in there with 10 machines and just clear it in a week, you know? You did mention Hillside District, and I believe you had mentioned it. Is there a
I don't know if
district or
there's
is the whole?
I think it's,
It's an
I think it's
overlay.
defined, it's sort of, I'll say, it's sort of self-defined. If you hit those criteria, the 15% and the slope, then
600
that's
600
kind of,
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
It's an
district.
overlay
that becomes a district if it,
I'll
but we don't know that.
from the, it says.
Technically a district.
Line Hillside District is an overlay district, therefore the underlying zoning provisions for this area still
Right, so
apply. If
you
there's
have
any
to-
conflict between this
Technically,
bylaw and any other.
Does he have
restrictive shall
15%
apply.
at 200 feet, you know,
So it's an
or
overlay,
is
so
not an issue?
like
See what I'm saying?
R6, which is, is R6.
Yep, it is.
Yep. And then on top of that, you've got the Ridgeline Hillside,
Mhm.
and which is probably more restrictive, so
See what I'm
those
saying?
bylaws would apply.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just saying that you still have to abide by the R6
Okay.
building standards.
Yep. And I have
Yeah.
no problem meeting. I'm fairly hopeful, I guess you could say, that it wouldn't be an issue because
How do you know if it's, how do you get to the 15%? How do you measure that? Can you do that like online?
think you have to
through the-
Mass Mapper has, yeah, so the geological, there's geological mapping that shows the grade.
Yeah.
And then you can play with it to get color codes.
We have it on our GIS system too.
Okay, maybe
Town.
that's where I got it.
If you put in his
No, I
address,
got it from Mass
click
Mapper.
on contour,
What is it, 0?
The property?
the parcel ID.
Yeah, it's, I believe, lot
So you could answer that question, the 15% on, through the GIS?
Doesn't come up.
Okay.
It's right on the Hampden, Wilbraham line.
His address.
Doesn't even come up.
Contour.
Yeah, so,
All right, but no,
this-
no, technically, if it's
technically
in the
it's-
district.
Yeah, so there's a thing in here that said, that you can do the 15% and see if that,
oh, I see what you're saying.
I gotta find it.
Hey, out of curiosity, the bylaws for the hillside stuff, is it 600 feet and 15% and 200 feet in length? Or is it any combination of those? Because I don't hit the 600, I think the highest point on the property is 590.
Greater for 200 feet.
Yeah, it says 200 for 15, steep slopes averaging 15% or greater for 200
200
feet,
feet.
which is at the
Right.
top of page 52.
Right, and it's, I'm telling you, it's barely squeezing into that definition. It's only, depending on how you measure it, it's right at 200 feet in length.
That's
Going
one
for-
or more of the following. Either
Okay,
that
then that's
or
it.
Over 600.
Yeah, one or more,
Right.
Either A, B, or C, any one of them.
right.
Yeah, any land at an
So
elevation of.
then it would require that.
It would require the 50%.
Yep.
What's the elevation?
The highest point of the elevation is under 6, but it's just under, so it's like 590, 595 or something like that. It's like kissing it. Everything is just barely at that line.
So it's basically back to the 15%.
Right, it'd be the 15 for 200.
Between 15 and 25 in the back of the property.
And also, it's not the entire portion that's at 15%. There may be a small portion of it that's 15, and then maybe 10, 8.
Yeah.
You'll see when you guys get there.
I got it.
Layers.
Yep,
Contour is one of them.
So yeah, because there is 15%,
yes.
that will have, the Ridgeline Hillside review will have to be done.
Okay. Do I need to put in a permit?
So the elevation,
Put in a request?
and then the other one is in the other layer.
No,
Go back over.
wait, and
Hold on, I need to ask Joanne, if she needs a formal request for this,
Okay, thank you.
Would be,
as soon as they're done.
yeah. Right, hold on.
It's a good discussion.
there's a certain amount
Yeah.
of information you need for it
Has his
that you'll
agricultural.
want to make sure you have.
Okay, and how can I get
Is
that?
there an exemption for agricultural?
Right, yeah, if you read the bottom of.
Well, it's agricultural right now.
And
It will
farming,
continue to
be
too.
farming.
He's farming.
It'll be a farm, so his house will be included.
Correct.
But he won't have the farmland and for about 5 years after he has the house.
Well, caveat to that?
Yeah.
He's working on the trees, he said,
Right.
to
Trees
create the
would
farmland.
be
The-
forestry.
The area on the Hampden side closest to Hollow Road, I have to visualize it, that's why I'm always looking at them. Approximately about an acre from the road is going to be the orchard. So the trees have to be cut now, orchard needs to be put in now, because they won't start producing 7 to 8 years from now. So
Right.
it will be in anticipation of farm preparation
So,
agriculture.
okay, so it'll actually be farmland before you even build the house?
Yes, there'll be trees there, orchards and Christmas trees long before the house is, foundation is put in.
Okay.
It's got to go in within the next year.
Where are you looking for the,
What does that mean? It's farm, does that mean?
Read page 52 on the bottom, number 2.
Kind of leaning towards that you don't need to do
Except
it.
for agricultural activities.
Which is-
So we don't even have to do this.
No, and it said, if you, on 53, it says selective cutting of any
I was
amount.
gearing up for my
I know.
whole job.
Yeah, as far as the cordage goes,
Your boots out.
50 cords. I'm trying to visualize how many 12-inch or smaller oak logs that
Not
would be.
exceeding 25,000.
50 cords is
Or 50.
Yeah, I'm thinking the rate I'm going, it would probably not exceed 50 cords for this year. Yeah, yes, you know what you're talking.
Yes,
Do you have a chainsaw?
Yes, I do.
Meet me at Hollow Road. So, yeah, the small stuff I'd like to cut myself and then, drag up.
Yeah.
And hopefully sell wholesale. I'm just starting to look into that.
Okay.
Not split it myself, but sell that to somebody who would then take it. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk later.
I have a neighbor who splits.
Yeah, that's, I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, but he heats his house with wood. And
Yeah.
He has a splitter and the whole 9 yards, yeah.
Right now, I think
Selective
the,
cutting not exceeding 25,000 board feet.
12 foot,
Well, if he said you didn't,
8 feet in length,
Any-
12 inch, excuse me, 8 feet in
Yeah,
length.
so, yeah, if you said,
Enough of those that make, it's like $100 a cord for somewhere around there, unsplit, but sorry, I was just kidding.
if you don't need the forest cutting plan, you already looked into that, you said, or you were going to?
I do not need it.
So my guess is that you're not going to get to 50 cords.
I
You don't
probably
need
will
that.
not be getting the 50 cords.
Right.
right, that's how I just read it, yeah.
Clear as mud, right?
you will need an application, if you need a Shine Hillside review, there is an application.
Does he need it because it's agriculture?
That's what we're trying to figure out now, I think. There might be a.
The house is not that. I don't think so.
Would he need the hillside if it's agriculture too?
When it comes to dwelling, you will need one if you.
Could that be interpreted as the phase where I'm going to break ground?
For your house.
At that point, I would have to have a hillside,
Yeah, I think so.
but for now, for the agricultural preparation, it would fall under that classification and under 50 cords, therefore possibly exempt.
The way I read it, doesn't seem like he needs it now.
I
No,
agree.
Right.
Now, but you'll need it once you
clear for
want
your
to.
house.
Once we start.
Clearing for the house and putting in a, say you want to do an asphalt driveway, whatever, you're gonna need it for that.
Right.
And then, like, so, like there's, like, the requirements for, like, the fire department to be able to get in there and have enough turnaround space and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, when you said,
No, that's not, that's for a common drive, that's,
Coming
so the house part, that is defined as like breaking ground to pour foundation, is that?
For the footprint of the house.
Right, but if I'm clearing the area and I'll be like, wow, that's a nice set of trees that would make good firewood, those trees come down, well, the house will go there eventually, but not for another 4 years. I
if
just
you're planning to pull up
Building.
building permit, I don't think you can do the bridge.
got it, yep, that makes sense to me.
But it's So it's section, in the bylaws, section 6.10, 6.10. So it's under use regulations, so 6.10.
6.10,
Page 51 in the bylaws. And that's where it starts.
okay.
And if you continue to read through there, you'll see everything that you will need for the application.
Okay, that's
That
the
way you
ridge side,
Yeah.
Ridgeline hillside?
Line, hillside.
Okay. I know there's been a perk test there and all that by the previous owner.
Yeah, so that section, when you, if you continue to read, will tell you what you need.
Okay.
Because you'll want to have it ready, that way it's the one and only time Jason and I had something that we had to do this with, the guy had zero of what he needed for him
Oh,
to,
really?
yeah, because I was sick, so Jason went to do it himself, he's like, he didn't have anything that he needed, so.
Okay.
What?
The one and only Ridgeline Hillside thing, Jason,
Oh,
he was like, here's the list of what you need, and you didn't give us any of it. So he never came back.
when it comes time, you come to the planning board, I'll give you the application.
Okay,
You fill it out, submit it with the fee, and then whoever's the Ridgeline Hillside members on the committee will make an appointment with you to go out and walk the property.
okay.
When it gets to that, in 5 years, it probably won't be them.
Yeah, it's, plot plan.
We probably won't be here in 5 years.
Of course you.
I won't.
I probably won't be either. I'll be in Wyoming, see you later.
You'll-
Be in Wyoming.
I'm looking at 80 acres in Maine right now,
Oh, my God.
50,000.
So next, I think,
I would tell you.
I think I would suggest talking to the building inspector.
Next, to make sure that the roughed-in driveway,
I would just tell him what your plans are and see if he's very open about what he thinks he should have to
what
do.
was his name or her name?
Wendell. hold on.
Wendell.
Wendell? Is Wendell the kind of person that would come out and walk the property just to take a quick look, or is that?
Well, for the tree part, no, that would be planning. But he'll walk you through the process,
Oh, the building
tell you
permit?
what departments you have to meet with. Once you tell him the plans you're planning on doing, he'll
Yep.
tell you, well, the conservation here, or you may have to speak to highway, or he'll direct you.
He's sort of like the top of the pyramid, and he'll tell you where on the pyramid you have to go down, down, down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this is going to be a long
Yeah.
and pleasant journey. No one's ever complained about putting a new home up, so I shouldn't either.
All rainbows and sunshine.
How many acres do you have?
Total, both parcels, 10.8. Roundabout numbers, you could say 5.5, 5.5. The shape of the parcel is a little odd because it now follows the Big Brook wind on the eastern border and Hollow Road on the western border. Yeah, so it's a beautiful little parcel.
Nice.
Let's see, okay,
Good luck.
Great.
thank you.
Good luck.
So I don't have to sign anything?
So
You don't need any money?
the blood sample, we just need a blood sample on your way out.
Yeah,
One of the few times someone's not going to ask you for money.
okay. Well, thank you very much.
Processing.
Thank you much for your time and your feedback. Have a merry holiday.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll forget to put them in tomorrow. To put on the top of my pile.
Is this I just realized, is this something that should be documented and I keep with my records, or is this documented,
It will-
therefore it's also?
I'll type minutes up and they'll be published on the town website.
Okay, so that serves as a record.
That's our record.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. This thing's so long. Never mind. There.
Boy, he's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It's ambition.
I think he's doing
I wish I had that much ambition.
lavender. He's gonna, I think he told me lavender, he's gonna grow.
Really? That's so pretty.
Pretty sure that's what he told me, lavender, because I was like, what?
I would drive up there just to look at it.
Yeah,
You can cook with lavender, you know.
yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
with
I've done
lavender.
that, yeah.
Italians don't cook with lavender. Actually, when I went to Italy, they made mashed potatoes, and they were purple, and I think they put in
Yeah.
lavender.
Yeah.
Where's this text over? Huh? Oh, God, that's how it came, she printed it. She's looking through the mail. Sets of, yeah.
You guys want to do meeting minutes, I'll.
Just read the minutes while we're at it.
I'm just gonna start in order. October 11th is when I'm.
Is there anybody on the lodge? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't. Didn't know if they lost attention at this point.
You talk through the camera?
And those
Eight. Yeah, but that person probably has no idea. Unless he's hunting on your property. Better not be. But if he kills a deer on your property, then you're a deer. Then you're a deer. That's true. I do not like that. They're over there. That's that house. Is it even deers?
Yeah, that's the very first. That's that house that sold at auction. At Glendale. About 2 months ago.
I missed that.
I read them in it. These ones.
Sometimes I feel like I've read them before because I was there.
There's November.
She probably hasn't kept them up yet.
So October is what? Right. Yes, I just did that.
October 25th is
Yeah,
when
I read these already. That was the first thing I did.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. That gets them around everything.
I'm just gonna find her saving them. This is Jason's property.
Oh, really? Someday I should drive around and see where the roads are in this town.
I didn't realize there was a road that went up the mountain. Like, I saw houses up there. When you go down Glendale, if you look up to the left, there's houses way up at the top of that hill. And I'm like, I want a house up there.
So,
And I didn't realize that was Hollow Road.
Hollow Road from the Wilbraham side, yeah.
Yeah, it runs adjacent to
Yeah.
Glendale.
Until you need a fire truck up there. You don't want one up there.
He's got a brook there, put a pump in it.
Conservation.
Too old.
the wreaths. Is that what you sound?
She sounds like a bird.
They're metal, those.
Oh, so they're
Tap on-
scraping on the window.
Yeah.
It sounds like a bird, and don't like birds. The only complaint is you spell my name.
Again?
You just missed the H, that's,
Wait.
it's somewhere like in the
Well, I'm consistent.
number 1, October 11th, number 1 in the like second to last line. It's better than calling me Christine, which is like my second.
Second to the, October 11th.
Yep,
Paragraph.
number 1, that first paragraph.
You know why? Because my daughter spells her name C-R-I. So every time I type Christina.
My parents did me an injustice by putting the H in there because nobody spells it with an H. It's either C-R or a K.
I just,
Are we,
They were hoping for a boy.
are we actually going through the minutes now?
No, they were.
no, she just
Oh,
told me that I
oh,
spelled her
okay.
name wrong.
They didn't need
All right,
another.
let me know when you are, because I got a few things. Okay.
Huh? I started to and I got to it back.
When is Burley Road coming back? That was continued too, right? Or am I losing my mind?
Early one, Thresher?
Crucelius.
Thresher?
No, Crucelius.
No, he shouldn't be coming
No,
back.
he's done.
Okay. Okay, I couldn't remember where we left off with him.
Oh my God.
I think I have it blocked.
I'll tell you. He got his permit for the common driveway. He's looking, I think, to buy some land so he can get access to.
Oh. I wish him luck.
How was his visa? Yeah, it was a lot of nonsense.
This isn't cheating.
Arms.
Here it's, she's, no, this is. I don't know what. Operates a small landscape maintenance company. We only
Said he's driven enough times.
Yeah, but it also said he couldn't, it said he didn't have.
I don't know, he said it's a done deal, he didn't say anything. So I don't know. He's the enforcement guy.
God, look at me.
Comments on the minutes?
On the 11th?
Yep, on the 11th.
Yeah, the second paragraph, third line down in the middle, Mr. Semino stated yet. So it's just not a complete sentence.
Yes. Sorry,
Yes.
yes.
No need to apologize, Joanne, seriously.
The top of the next page.
Yep, here's another one.
Mr. Demers stated he
Is.
is in the village, he is.
We're just missing the word he. Yeah. Then, under number 3, the end of the first paragraph on the left, every look at site plans, so the sentence reads, she asked if he has every look at site plans. It's ever looked at site plans, I believe. And the rest of that one, I didn't have any problem with. And I'm almost done here, no, sure. I don't have any issues with the second one.
No, I was all set.
Okay, so I move that we approve the minutes for the regular meeting dated October 11th, 2023 of the Hampden Planning Board.
Second,
With noted changes.
with noted changes.
Can you just approve all of them at the same time?
Oh, we did do that before.
I'm sorry, what?
Approve all of them in the same
Oh,
motion.
all of them? Okay, all right. And then also, okay, so the October 11th with noted changes, October 25th, the continuance of the public hearing minutes, I move that we approve, as well as the minutes of the regular meeting of the planning board for October 25th.
Second.
I can't do the first one, but I can do the last one.
Right. So
Make a note of that.
I got it. I already did. I put a note on yours. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Can I, before we finish, can I ask a quick question? Have we heard anything from the land court in Boston yet?
On what?
What's Garvey
On Garvey's
thing?
request for the storage units.
You went to Boston?
He went to the land court in Boston, and they came back to us and said, we need a written decision, so we created a written decision with detail, and that was allegedly sent.
That was
No,
Pellegrino.
both
This
of
one
them
we
did.
had to revote, though.
Okay, well, okay, yeah, all right, but that was sent, and I think it's been over a year.
I've heard nothing from the select or town council.
No, that was,
No.
hasn't been here yet.
It's been,
It hasn't been?
No,
Has it, right?
no, it's not been a year.
Uh-huh.
Because they had said by the December, January, it was kind of, so you knew, yeah.
So it's been almost a year.
it's,
think it was-
yeah, because I was,
Not a year, but
and he's almost a year old now.
I don't think. it's-
Anyway, okay, and we haven't heard anything on the appeal for Pellegrino's, because he appealed the judge's decision.
Nothing. I've
In
heard
the
nothing.
Superior Court. Any, okay.
I'd like to know too, because I've had the files sitting out and I'm like,
I-
do we ever get an update
I
from
just
anyone?
actually moved.
Can
Yeah,
we
I
dock it?
don't hear anything.
Well,
Not for land court.
I don't know.
no, it wouldn't be on the, I mean, it would only be on the docket if it was going before the judge, right?
Right, but there's like the whole docket report that tells you each thing that's happened in the case.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
But can we
right.
do that for land?
I don't have access to the docket, do you?
I have docket numbers. You can log it. You can get on the website, put the docket number in, it gives you an update. Land court, I think there is a way through the land court docket number to find out the status too.
The Superior Court, but
I
that
would,
was
I would
state
just
court, right?
think that our attorney would have followed up with
Like,
us.
just check in on it and, okay, here's where it's at.
Well, if I ask them, that's charging
Right, yeah,
time.
right, I know.
Will you send
Okay.
me the docket numbers?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if the docket number for land court, once it goes to land court, if that changes. I have the original docket number.
Oh, I probably do too, since I was served. Right?
oh, I'm not looking through all those papers.
Go
just-
to- Is it, where's the court? Like Superior in Springfield? Or
One of the cases went to Superior in Springfield, the other one went to Boston.
if we have the docket number, we could go down there and get free copies.
You can log right in, put the docket.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just interested as where it is in line, is it when, you know,
What's the status? of it?
yeah.
Yeah, but
So do you want the docket?
there is only federal.
Do you want
Do
this?
you want the docket numbers? I've never done that, so if you've done it,
Yeah, but if
Oh, no.
neither of them are
That is,
federal court.
Heather, do you
They're
want
not.
to tell everyone what that is?
tell everyone
The
what,
book,
oh,
book.
this
You
book.
better tell everyone after all that work.
This book is fabulous. I listened to on Zoom, and I think Patrick also listened to this in person up in Greenfield. The one presentation on special permits and variances, and this is the slideshow. It was fantastic. And one of the things that made it so fantastic was that they compared the special permit process that we do with the variance process that the zoning board of appeals does.
I'm zoning too.
Yeah, and by comparing them, it was just so strikingly obvious what we're doing and why we're doing it. And the process. And the other thing that Joanne was pretty excited about was it shows the detailed process of the paperwork and the filing and the notices and everything that goes into this. and therefore why the timing is so critical.
Right.
Everything has to be done by a certain time. But the Zoom one was done by a woman who's an attorney who's done nothing but this kind of work, and she was fantastic. She was very organized and on point with everything and explained everything. It was really great.
Did they make any mention of how long you can continue a public hearing for a special permit?
No, they did not.
I didn't say, no, I didn't say it in there.
No, they did not. No.
I'd be interested to know that.
Yeah,
Can you ask for questions?
you can ask questions, but I can't go back now and ask questions, I don't think.
Sometimes they let you ask questions after.
Really?
Yeah, if they,
Well, I
or
could
email.
try. I could try.
That would be interesting because, I mean, really, it could almost be a year on
I know.
continuances. I
How
mean,
long we continue
you'll
the
apply, a
story?
permit's only good for 2 years,
That's for,
That was forever.
once it's approved.
I was just like, I guess, does it matter what you're continuing it for? You know, we're continuing it to continue reviewing. This one, we're just continuing for lack of information.
Right.
And then, and it was also mentioned, and this was very educational, the writing of decisions of special permits, and that was something that we got dinged on, shall we say, because we did not write a decision. All we said was denied.
Yeah.
And it's very clear in the statute that the decision has to be thoroughly explained. So we're lucky that the courts allowed us to thoroughly explain it
Yeah.
after the fact. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I just had a couple things and then I'll, sorry. Oh, I told you about that, that's nothing. The VHB contract signed and sent back.
Yep.
Hold on a minute. Oh, we were gonna discuss having Patrick kind of be the contact for Luke to get this ball rolling. I sent an email from you to the town administrator saying it's mandatory that we get the boards involved, and I gave him the list.
Yeah.
And he's gonna bring it up at the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Monday. And I said, well, bringing it up is one thing, but we do need them to commit somebody, because the time starts, as soon as they got this contract, the clock starts.
So what, you should follow up with him on Monday and say, we need to have people, so when does Luke want to come?
Well, he said, start off, kick off in January.
So we need to have people assigned from each board by,
Is that,
January 2nd.
that was to come to one of our meetings? Is that?
I don't
is that
really
the-
want them to come to one, I don't want to do the master plan stuff as part of the planning board.
But the kickoff is what?
He wants to come, I don't have the
If
email
you're-
on me,
Is that the kickoff with me and those people
to
on the
meet with
committee?
people.
Is that it?
Yeah, and walk the
I-
It's
building.
no bigger than that. That's what the
Yeah,
kickoff is.
yeah.
Okay,
But I just don't think it needs to be part of a planning board meeting.
no,
You guys can meet after, well, not, you should meet after, but
I'm okay with that. So,
I'm happy to go for the first one if you want me to.
so, so he wants to do a kickoff, and he's probably thinking, come on, let's get going, guys,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, if we don't get on the stick here.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And the grant ends in June, by June 30th.
Yeah.
So another thing you should ask Bob is how often are you meeting with them? How often are the master plan meetings?
I don't recall the agenda.
I thought it was going to be about twice a month or
Yeah.
So you should figure out from Bob when there's an available room for them to meet.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they
When
can
what?
go on the town website.
The master
and
plan
schedule.
committee's gonna have to
I'll show
meet
you.
at some point. They can't just come whenever they want.
No,
Right,
So I was just saying, suggesting that they figure out when they can.
yeah,
right, and maybe schedule it out
there's a town.
Right now.
Yeah, I would create.
and
schedule.
hold to it, otherwise it's going to get lost in the weeds.
So.
I would do that at
I
your.
would like to, I gotta reach out, I wanna reach out to Luke,
I'll send you
talk
the
to 'em
email. I
and
thought I
just
carbon
kinda-
copied you.
get a dialogue going with him, even if we're still waiting for our committee
That's
to,
fine.
so,
Yeah, we have a signed contract, so.
yeah.
So you can tell him what she just said.
But just consider that anytime he's working on this, he's gonna be taking money from your budget, whatever the budget is.
I don't care anymore, I just gotta get going.
I know, but my point is that that's,
Of the 132.5.
Yeah, we gotta start talking to these guys,
I know.
so,
Yeah, he sent the email. I think I carbon copied you. If not, I'll resend it to
Yeah.
you. And then you can get in touch with him and,
Just copy me on whatever correspondence, just
Yeah.
so somebody else is.
So,
Since we do technically own the master plan. I have to say that I at
And
least saw
then at each
the,
one of our meetings, will Patrick report in as to what's happening?
I don't know if we need to. I don't know if we have to do it every meeting, maybe monthly, he'll just give us an update.
sure.
But yeah, it depends on when their meeting cadence falls with ours. There might not be anything to update. I would
I just don't
definitely
want the
get
planning board to
a,
get overtaken with master plan stuff, so.
and I would definitely get a schedule laid out right away with,
So,
Well, you can always attend this Board of Select, not that you have to. I mean, if they're gonna discuss the master plan, he's gonna bring it up. At that point, you could say,
We're in this meeting on Monday?
they meet every Monday, and he said he was gonna put it on the agenda. It should be posted by tomorrow. So if it's on the agenda, that's when somebody could,
if it's on the agenda, I will go to
you
this.
can
I
tell
will
them they
go.
need to get board members at that
Yeah,
point, and
so
when we
it's-
need them by.
So is it going to be on the agenda for this week's meeting?
I asked him,
It
and
should
he
be
said he
for
was gonna
Monday.
put it
Okay,
on.
so I'll go to this week's meeting.
And which meeting is this? The Board of
Selectmen.
Selectmen? Okay.
Pat, I'll
But
look
is it the actual,
tomorrow.
is it the Monday night meeting, or is it an administrative meeting?
No, he was gonna put it on the board. Originally, it was gonna be the administrative meeting. He's
Just
done
making
that
sure.
twice, and we got no feedback. So he said, I'm gonna put it on the Board of Selectmen's meeting, because you said mandatory, so I used that word. So
They're making, they are encouraging us to do this, so they should
Yep.
help get people.
we need people, yep. I don't think they posted the agenda. I think it'll be posted tomorrow,
She usually doesn't.
Okay,
Thursday.
so I'll go to the meeting and
We'll make sure it's on.
make
there
sure it's on the
first.
agenda.
Well, if it's, no, but if we see that it's not on there tomorrow, we're gonna make them update the agenda
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we'd have to let him know. Can you call me tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so that was the VHB, and then the only other thing was the, tie and bond is no longer proceeding for Kibbe Lane.
So the buyers fell through for Kibbe Lane,
Oh,
and now,
Kibbe Lane.
The approval of Kibbe Lane, Scantic Meadows, Summers Road.
Oh, the gentleman who was here with the, he had a hat and a.
so he's the owner, but those people that came in a while ago and had never spoken to him, who wanted to buy it,
That younger couple, kind
yeah,
of,
with
right?
the lawyers,
Yeah.
Oh, making it a street?
but
The guy, he's looking to make it, he
To
was
get
looking
in an approved street.
approved street, yeah. So the buyers fell through.
buyers fell through, and he's concerned with the fee that Ty and Bond came
Yeah,
up with,
because
so.
I brought, it was 30, I mean, if he can be concerned about it, but what do we do? Is what I didn't know, I mean, just because in 2019 they charged 3,500, that was back for reviewing the definitive subdivision. But now, we're asking him to, I mean, it's a different request.
Right.
So he may think it's high, but what do we do about that?
Nothing.
That's the cost, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's an engineering fee from 4 years ago.
right,
So he's still moving forward.
he wants
with
this to be approved.
Buyers fell.
That's who we use, and that's the
I don't
cost.
know what he's, I think it's for sale, and if somebody becomes interested, then I guess they'll come back.
They said he was pinching pennies along the way.
Yeah.
Well, now if your buyers fall,
The,
bad luck.
the as-built, he sent the as-built, but what do we do with it now? Ty and Bond said she didn't need it for what they're doing, but now
and we don't need it, right?
now we don't.
As far as we're concerned, we have nothing to do with it until he comes back, and he's gonna do anything, so.
So that's halted.
Put it aside and save it.
Okay, motion,
I move we close the regular meetings of today at right now, 13th, December 13th,
8:03,
8:03 p.m.
I second the motion.
on the
Aye.
Aye.